Pixar Animation Studios. They've given us many classic CGI films that have impressed audiences and critics around the world. But what's the source of their magic? Well, it's actually the talented people that work there. And while many of their features star famous celebrities with recognizable voices, some of their characters are actually voiced by the crew that works at the Pixar studio. No kidding. You see, before an official cast is made, the crew will use test voices for the pre-production animatics, and sometimes these test voices are so good that the crew member is officially assigned to play the character sometimes. So, I'm going to give a quick little rundown on my favourite Pixar crew voice performers. Let's go! Number 5. Bob Peterson is a writer, director and storyboard artist for Pixar. He co-wrote Finding Nemo and served as co-writer / co-director for Up. Bob has lent his voice to Roz in Monsters Inc., Mr. Ray in Finding Nemo, and Doug in Up. Doug comes across as sweet and easy to sympathize with because of Bob's wonderfully jovial voice. What I love about most of Bob's voices he's performed is that there's something warm and friendly about his delivery, which certainly fits the optimistic character of Doug. He's also showcased his versatility by reaching a gravelly range of voice for Roz. Number 4. Joe Ranft, who sadly passed away in 2005, was a storyboard artist and writer. He co-wrote The Rescuers Down Under and The Brave Little Toaster, and at Pixar he served as a story supervisor for many films, co-directed Cars, and lent his voice to Lenny in Toy Story, Heimlich in A Bug's Life, Wheezy in Toy Story 2, and Jacques in Finding Nemo. Ranft was flexible. The variety of character voices he could do were just as impressive as a professional voice actor's skills. You could put all these characters in a room and they would all sound distinctively different. However, it wasn't just his vocal versatility that made his performances great. His delivery was excellent because he could reach all the appropriate emotions and always made his characters come across as alive. Number 3. Brad Bird is a director and writer. He's directed several episodes of The Simpsons, the animated feature The Iron Giant, and the live-action spy movie Mission Impossible 4. At Pixar, he served as writer / director for The Incredibles and Ratatouille. Brad lent his voice to the eccentric fashion designer Edna E. Mode in The Incredibles. He not only sounds convincingly like a woman, but he sounds like a woman of Edna's age too. I think that the reason Edna is funny as a comic character as well is because Bird's delivery has the right timing and execution to be effectively hilarious. I do wish that Bird would do more voice acting because he seems to have a knack for it. Number 2. Bud Luckey was one of the many talented animators on Sesame Street back when the show used psychedelic cartoons in its episodes. He later ended up serving as a designer and animator for many Pixar films, and directed his own Pixar short called Boundin'. Bud lent his voice to Agent Rick Dicker in The Incredibles and Chuckles in Toy Story 3. What I love about Bud's performances is how amazingly natural they are. He doesn't sound like he's reading from a script, and he doesn't sound like he's trying too hard. He sounds real. He sounds alive. It also really helps that his speaking voice sounds soothing to listen to, which made him come across as a great narrator for his short Boundin'. Number 1. Lou Romano is a designer and effects artist that lent his voice to Bernie Krop in The Incredibles and Linguini in Ratatouille. His delivery is believable, his emotional range is amazing, and his mannerisms that he adds are unique. When I tell people that Linguini is voiced by a Pixar staff member, they are surprised, and this is because he sounds so convincing in his roles that you could easily mistake him as a professional actor. Romano really deserves to be given far more roles in the future. And those are my top 5 favourite Pixar crew members that also perform in their films. Next time you watch a Pixar film, take a look at the credits. You never know, maybe one of the crew members plays one of your favourite characters.